Just, I've got shivers. That was beautiful. That was art. Mwah. Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your very first time here. Today we're going to be watching The Last of Us, the very first episode of the new TV show. The source material, The Last of Us game, I played many years ago and it was gifted to me by someone very close to me. Then a couple of years later, when a newer console came out, I played the full game in one sitting, and that was a very poignant time in my life, and it was a time that this game really helped me to get through. I know they can't copy everything from the game. I know like the way the game looks cannot be transferred properly into cinematics. I have stayed away from everything. So I'm really excited to see this, but just bear in mind it's been quite a few years since I last played the game, so scenes and characters and that are probably going to remember slightly differently in my head to what they actually were in the game. Anyway guys, if you'd like to see my full reaction to this, you can check it over on my Patreon page, and it would be massively appreciated to help me grow the channel by liking and subscribing. But again, you don't have to, it's just there if you'd like to. Needless to say, I am quite nervous about watching this, but the one thing that stood out to me when I played the game was that gorgeous soundtrack. So it'd be interesting to see if they incorporate those into the series or if they do their own take on them. Anyway, let's watch.
Because of air travel.
We're starting very early, 1968.
I'm sorry, I meant people on planes.
So before the virus broke out.
Weeks and we end up with a global pandemic. Pan meaning the whole world becomes sick all at once.
Sounds familiar.
Not bacteria, not viruses, so...
Fungus. Yes, that's the usual response.
They're not really paying attention, they're like, oh.
Where do we get LSD from?
Where do you get it from?
It comes from ergot, a fungus. Psilocybin, also a fungus.
It'd be interesting to see how they are they going to show it happen, like show the pandemic happening and turning into this thing, or are they just going to cut straight to it? Boom.
The fungus needs food to live, so it begins to devour its host from within. It keeps its puppet alive by preventing decomposition.
The guy in the middle looks so uncomfortable.
Fungal infection of this kind is real, but not in humans.
True, fungi cannot survive if its host's internal temperature is over 94 degrees. What if that were to change? What if...
So that's what happens with this virus.
the world were to get slightly warmer?
Global warming.
Billions of puppets with poisoned minds permanently fixed on...
Imagine this being said on TV back then.
Spread the infection to every last human alive.
This would be horrifying. Even now it's horrifying.
So if that happens,
We lose.
Which is what happened.
we'll be back.
Terrifying. Oh, they've done their own version on the intro sequence. Oh, they've kind of gone for a little bit of a Game of Thrones-esque style. I don't think it's not the same, is it? Oh no, I think it is. There's elements in there that are the same. It's the same theme tune. It is. I remember this bit. But that game soundtrack though, I would travel like to work and back, or to on days out and stuff, and I would be listening to the soundtrack in the car. Last of Us. Oh, I'm so hoping this is going to be good. The intro looks very, very good. So now we're from 1968 to 2003. Oh, I've got shivers.
Where's the pancake mix?
What was that?
Because the first moment we see of these two in the game is he comes in and she's lying on the sofa, I think.
You get your homework done? Fractions?
How old are you again?
36.
Gonna have to wear diapers soon.
Who says I don't already?
He's 36 there.
Is there enough for Uncle Tommy?
There would have been.
So Tommy's in it.
Hey!
Yeah.
Aw, he loves you.
He's dependent on me. We can't frame until we pour. We're not getting paid until we frame.
Well, we could bring someone else on.
So far for me, and the guy playing Joel,
I promise.
I want to say, I vaguely remember the actor Pedro, I want to say.
Continued disturbances in Jakarta, but are advising U.S.
Jakarta. Where is that, Middle East?
It doesn't ring a bell. It's definitely a country. Or maybe part of Asia.
Jakarta isn't a country.
He's got the Joel look there.
Your t-shirt's inside out.
I do like that they've expanded their story. It's not just meeting them and then bang, everything breaks out. There's more to it. Oh, what are you doing? Ah, is that Joel's watch? I remember in the game that he kept looking at his watch. I vaguely remember something about a knife, like a pen knife.
Hey, neighbor. Connie was asking after you. Said you hadn't been over in a while.
Make him happy.
I could come by after school.
She'll take what you got. Y'all want some biscuits?
Dad, you love biscuits.
But I'm on Atkins.
Also, is this set in the same city? I don't remember where The Last of Us actually takes place. You think it's somewhere weird? It's probably a boy. Okay, what's that?
It's a spring. I'll do it right now.
SWAT team as well.
We're closing.
It's 3:15. We close at 7.
I'm very sorry. He cannot finish.
I'm already finished.
No, but he's got the watch. He's got the watch.
You should go home.
I was getting something for my dad. Hi, Mercy. Hey, is everything okay? Like, on the news?
Like what, hon?
Well, no, there was just a lot of police and stuff on the road today.
I was thinking we'd make some cookies.
Chocolate chip?
Chocolate chip cookies are the best.
Raisin.
What else?
Huh? It's green.
I wondered if the older lady maybe had the virus. Don't be so nosy.
Be right there.
Is she okay? Why is this so creepy? It's like a horror film.
You know what? My dad's gonna be back real soon. I should go.
Well, you're taking some cookies.
She's dead, isn't she? Oh god, did she have like a heart attack or something? The music didn't help to add to that creepiness of it, but...
Regarding a rash of violent...
Is this where Joel's gonna come in? On the phone? Well, he's come in, so...
You locked the door for once. Good job.
Keep away from the windows. They're sat right in front of the window.
Where's the cake? Come on, man.
I'll get us one tomorrow.
You don't get your present.
You got me a present?
Swear.
All my life.
Ah, the watch in a box, yeah. I forgot it was in a box in the game as well.
Fixed it for you.
Did you?
What?
I don't hear anything.
That was lame. You're lame.
Yeah, I know. Where'd you get the money for this?
Drugs. I sell hardcore drugs. And you were never gonna do it for yourself.
You probably wouldn't have. Why do I feel like that window is going to play a massive part? I would not put my sofa next to a window. I have my back to walls. I've seen too many films.
Don't fall asleep.
Of course I won't. It's too riveting.
This is the scene. That's the phone call. Isn't it Tommy on the phone, I think? I've got to stop comparing to the game because I know it's all going to be different.
Yeah?
But I'm in jail.
We'll see. Yeah.
I was at the bar. Some guy goes crazy, starts swinging at a waitress. You gotta bail me out.
Now?
It's Friday. You don't get me out tonight. I'm in here all weekend.
It's got a point. Yeah, I do like that they've done this intro at the beginning with them too. Gives them more of that backstory, but just shows you how much they love each other. And this is where you wake up. It's 2:50, 2:16. God, imagine waking up to this. You see the beginning really in the game then. I always thought it was kind of going on a bit beforehand, but maybe you go into the bathroom, you see a newspaper, turn on see if you see the news.
Indoors. Law enforcement and emergency services are in the area.
Oh, it's the neighbour's dog.
What are you doing out here, boy?
This is almost, I wouldn't say this is like a TV show, this is almost a film. This is really good. Careful, stay inside.
Get you home.
Oh god, don't go in there, don't.
Come on, Mercy, please.
No. Has he got blood on his
Mercy!
legs? I don't think they're human anymore. What do they become if they're not human? Because it's not clickers, I don't think. There was another name for it. And it wasn't zombies.
Mrs. Adler?
Not in a wheelchair anymore. I remember when I played the game, I would jump out of my skin at random things, so I don't do well at jump scares. I'm really hoping they don't jump scare too much. Oh, that's not a good sign.
Okay.
Oh god, he's still alive. No, 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 no. Don't help, don't help, don't help, don't help, don't help. Oh god. Oh god. She's a... Oh god, she's got the... Yeah, oh, they've done that really well. They've nailed the...
Get in the truck!
Oh, damn. Oh my god.
What are we doing, Joe?
It's not just the Adlers. We're gonna be brave, and we're gonna get out of this. Get in.
You're gonna see me jump so much in this.
You lock your doors now!
Or you run for safety. Drive. Yep. Oh no, 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 because they don't know. Oh no. This is the same. I remember the police cars going past.
They're saying it's a virus, some kind of parasite.
Are we sick?
No, of course not.
This feels so different now after the pandemic.
How do you know we're not sick?
They're saying it's mostly people in the city.
At this point, they don't know that it's like how it's transmitted and stuff.
It's Jimmy's place.
Oh, they've got the house burning and everything. I've got shivers.
The Adlers would take Nana into the city, to the hospital for stuff.
That's probably why.
Don't stop.
Got a kid, Joe.
So do we.
Yeah, just keep. Just because you don't know.
Somebody else will come along.
I'm all for helping people in this kind of situation, especially in movies and TV shows.
All right, hang on.
Well, I mean, at this point, you could just drive on the grass. Yeah, there you go. Because that is what I would have done as well.
As far as we can, how much gas?
3/4 tank.
That's good. That's not too bad. It's better than nothing. I remember there being like a petrol station that blows up.
Maybe it's everywhere. Maybe there's nowhere to go.
What the?
Was it an airplane or? Oh my god. I'm assuming there was like a runway originally up ahead and
Grab something.
they're all just crashing at the same time, maybe? Or they're all trying to land at the same time. This town looks the same as...
All right, keep going, keep going.
Careful, careful. I remember that in the game.
Tell me you can't stop here.
I can't drive through them.
Are you serious? Just keep going!
Is this where they get through on the left? There's also a plane coming that's falling. Very...
Just keep driving.
Stop driving backwards. Stop driving backwards.
Move.
Yeah, forwards. Now. Oh my god, that is a fear of mine. Oh! That's how they did it in this. Was it a plane that hit at the petrol station in the other one? Or am I just imagining a petrol station? Sorry guys, I know I've been annoying. I'll be like, oh, remember this, I remember this. Just amazed at how much this is similar to the game.
Sit. Don't look.
Yeah, just get out of the car.
I got you. I got you. Are you okay?
Someone attacks right about now from what I remember.
Gotta get off the street! Jesus. Head of the river, I'll find a way. Get her out of here, Joe, go!
I keep away from a burning car if I were you.
We can't leave him.
You'll be fine. Can you run?
No.
You keep your eyes on me.
Run. No, 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 no. Go, go, go. Jesus. Are they called runners? Because the running thing reminded me.
It's okay.
Who shot?
My daughter's hurt. Her ankle.
Stop right there.
Oh.
Okay. Easy now.
Oh god, I think I remember.
We're not sick.
I got 2 civilians by the river, one of them injured.
What about Uncle Tommy?
We're gonna get you somewhere safe first. Then we'll go back for him, okay?
Yes, sir.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
We're not sick. We are not sick!
I remember this far too clearly. That's why I'm crying.
I'm sorry.
You're not sorry.
Please don't.
Oh.
No. Okay. You're okay.
Oh, this is bringing back so many memories of the game.
Come on. You come on. Tommy, help me! Joe, come on, baby girl. I gotta get you up.
Oh, but it's not too late though. She's.
Come on, baby girl.
Oh, it is too late. Remembering and knowing like how it affects him and everything 20 years later. I did not think I would get this upset this quickly. I'm going to get very emotional at this series probably. Is this Ellie? I don't know, because she's walking like a zombie or something. But... Oh wait, is that a boy or a girl? Sorry. Bastard, man. Damn, look at that devastation. Oh, they've got everything perfect. The cinematography in this so far is amazing. Maybe that is Ellie. Maybe.
We don't want you falling out of the chair.
No, that's not why they've done it. Because they wonder if she's infected.
How did you get this?
How it's changed so much from back then to now. This would be a horrific job. Having to pick up bodies.
Can't.
Oh god, it's a kid. It's nice they've added this in there for context to how... Was that there on the left, in the back, from Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
You got anything else?
Nothing today.
Yeah, I like this bit because it kind of gives depth. Oh, they've got the soundtrack. Ah, yeah. Sorry, this makes me so happy. Shoelaces, one ration. They have nailed the look of this sort of dystopian, the right word. It's kind of apocalyptic. He's been asked over by the guard.
Come on.
What's he doing?
Or I could just shoot you.
Yeah, but then what would you do? You're short 5.
What are they anyway?
Oxy?
Hydro. I don't know where he gets them from. I just know they're real.
I just got a factory down there in the QZ. Supposedly only makes 2 things. Bullets and pills.
Well, the more you shoot people, the harder it is to sleep, I guess.
Oh, you guess?
Oh, he knows.
How we doing with the vehicle?
Those trucks are shit-heaped for a reason.
And they don't have any batteries.
Because I can't remember how Joel, or how he goes from this to being out there.
Stay off the streets for the next few nights. Firefly's been blowing it up all week.
Firefly.
Shot this morning.
It must have been so amazing, like, being in this show. Sorry, it must be so amazing being in this show. If you've played the game, when you're lost in the darkness, look for the light.
It's not like I planned on ripping you off.
I wonder if they will get any of the original actors to be in this.
I want you to forget this ever happened.
It's just a truck battery. I paid you for it, you sold it to someone else, and you spend my money.
What about your guy?
So I give you my word that he won't hurt you. Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
What? Who was that? Oh, dang. What happened? Like, feeling like I should remember this, but I think this is a completely new thing. Yeah, hide, go. Oh, are these the Fireflies attacking, or...?
They're shooting at us! Oh no, I'm not a firefly!
She's about to say I'm not a Firefly.
I'm not a firefly!
Is that? Yeah, she's meant to be Ellie, I think.
7, 8. You.
She's Ellie. She's Ellie. She's got the humour.
State your name, slowly.
Veronica.
Okay, I'm wrong. Sorry, that's not Ellie. Yeah.
Let me out or you're gonna pay, mother... I'm not supposed to be here!
Okay, so she's Veronica. When you're lost in the darkness. Finish the line from earlier. I'm really sorry, guys, that I don't know much about the TV show itself, like who Ellie's going to be. All I know is that he's Joel. And I love the hair is now... They've got that grey look to it. I say the grey look, you know, the sort of the dusty look it's got.
Is there any chance it's coming in at night? You're sleeping, you miss it?
Guess you didn't realise I'm colourblind, by the way. It's grey, it's... yeah.
When I'm sleeping, Gabriella listens, or my son. If Tommy responded, we'd know. They gave him your message. They haven't seen or heard from him since. It hasn't been that long.
It's been 3 weeks.
Oh, God.
It's never taken him more than a day to respond.
I'm sure he's okay.
I hope so. I know in the game, him and Tommy had a bit of an iffy relationship, but in this, they seem to be more pally.
Show me where the tower is.
You can't be serious. Joel, it's in Wyoming. All this open country? There are worse things than infected out there. I hear everything on this. There are raiders. There are slavers.
But you're sure Tommy's okay?
Q-bar 4, but I don't know exactly what...
You're no help. Gotta give him good info. The details. The dust and... perfection, guys. Perfection. Showing the struggle. Bed's even on blocks. Like the watch face damaged the same as in the game. Oh, he's remembering his family. Is that the lady we saw earlier? The little additional sound effects that you've got as well, like that buzzer sound that you can hear, which I think is something to do with the gates outside. Yeah, so that is the lady from earlier.
I got jumped by a couple guys.
What guys?
Just a couple teenagers.
These aren't new.
No. I was in federal lockup all day. The guys who jumped me were with Robert. He sold our battery to someone else.
It's great that we're seeing Joel as an actual character now.
I need the battery, Tess. Truck's no good without one, and if I don't get to Tommy soon, he's gonna die out there.
Robert is terrified of you. So you march out of here, all Clint Eastwood, he's gonna get wind of it and skip.
Who'd he sell it to?
Don't know.
Well, where is he?
Don't know.
We're
gonna find out. No, I promised Robert that you wouldn't hurt him, but I would very much like for you to hurt him.
The team in place at Southeast 3?
Sorry, I'm looking around trying to figure out who each character is meant to be and...
We've been blowing up meaningless Fedra targets spread out all over the QZ for 2 weeks. We've already lost 4 people, and we're... What's the point of this?
Is that your question?
That's one of them.
My answer is to follow orders.
And why do you have some random girl locked in a room?
You two, go to Southeast 3, now.
So who is this lady?
Marlene?
We are in a war against a military dictatorship to restore democracy and freedom. Does that sound about right?
Yes.
Are we winning? Are we beating Fedra here? Are the Fireflies beating Fedra anywhere?
Rebellion takes time.
You fight for 20 years and you get nowhere, you're not a rebellion. Just spray paint.
Yeah.
We're quitting? No. We're taking that random girl locked in that room west.
So she's the lady that we see in... I couldn't remember her name, but she's the lady that takes Joel around this kind of place, I think, at some point.
Keep it quiet.
We'll get her where she needs to go.
That piece of paper was to say that she's immune. As in Ellie is immune.
Don't worry, I don't want anything. But if you're feeling lost...
You tell me to look for the light and I'll break your jaw.
So that's the whole... That was the Fireflies line, I think, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, it cost us a couple of cards, but we got him.
So she is Ellie then. So why did she say Veronica? Was she giving them a fake name on purpose? God, if she is Ellie then...
How about we start with thank you?
For what?
For saving your life? I am the one who told him not to shoot you, if you recall.
So when she came in, she had a thing on her leg. This is the same person that came in right at the beginning of the child that I mentioned.
Where are you gonna go? Back to Federal Military School? You that anxious to be a soldier?
You think I chose that place? They put me there when I was a baby. It's for orphans.
They didn't put you there. I did. Ellie.
Definitely 100% is Ellie.
You're my mom or something?
Does look like your mom?
No, you do not.
My name is Marlene. I'm the leader of the Fireflies in the Boston QZ.
Why would terrorists dump me with Fedra?
Because it's where you'd be safest, and you were safe there until you decided to sneak out. A terrorist? Was Riley a terrorist?
The name rings a bell, Riley.
Why won't you let me go?
Oh, she's a good actress. She's really...
Because you have a greater purpose than any of us could have ever imagined. So we're leaving tonight.
and we're taking you with us.
You can feel little emotions in her voice just by little intonations that she does.
What I'm about to tell you cannot be repeated to anyone, because if you do, you will die.
Okay.
Ready?
I jumped because she jumped, I think, but
This one's done.
oh,
I know, I just...
they have nailed it.
You think he came down after he was infected?
Maybe down here is where he was infected.
How does that thing just attach a person against the wall like that? Like in the concept, I know obviously it's effects and stuff, but how does that become a thing in their world?
Probably in the 80s. Everyone was cutting down on apartment sizes to sell more condos.
Oh, this has been Construction Corner with Joel Miller. This opens into the hallway.
I did.
Someone put a piano in front of this?
You smell that?
Gunpowder.
Oh God.
Yes.
Oh God. Oh God.
Well, the battery's no good. He still tried to sell it.
That's their battery. This is where Ellie and Marlene were. Is she okay? Oh, hey, that's Ellie. She sounds like her. You know the screams.
Marlene? Marlene?
Sounded like Ellie. So he knows Marlene.
So this is who Robert screwed us over with? The Che Guevara of Boston?
I say about the she knows Joel thing just because I forgot.
Give me my knife.
What do you need a car battery for?
Trust me, you don't want to kill her. She's the one person you do not want to kill. Yeah, I was saying earlier, you know the thing about, I think when she came in, she had like a thing on her leg. So is the arm thing now not a thing? Where she got injured on her arm?
You turned my own brother against me.
We were gonna move Ellie out of the zone tonight, but we won't make it anywhere like this, not for a while. So now I'm thinking you're gonna do it.
The hell we are.
them.
Let me take her.
Tess, we don't have time for this.
Oh, you don't have time?
Who is she?
To you, she's cargo.
We don't smuggle people.
There's a team of fireflies waiting for her at the old state house. I know what's out there. We were going with an entire squadron for that very reason. What I do have is you, and I know what you're both capable of.
What are they capable of?
Everything.
Firefly vehicle usually means repurposed Fedra stuff. So better than decent chance making it to Tommy in one of those.
Y'all talk it
got
through,
a
but please
point.
remember that I'm bleeding out.
Okay, here's the deal. We'll get her to your crew at the State House, but before we hand her over, they give us everything that we want. If not, we kill her.
Deal.
Really? That fast?
You are all that matters. My team will not jeopardize that. Remember what I told you?
So presumably what she told Ellie, because I thought that Ellie always knew. I didn't know that it was Marlene that told Ellie. Maybe that's different to the game.
Don't f this up.
I don't think he's ready to be a father figure again though, is he? I know he's only taken her there, but eventually he becomes like a father figure, so having to babysit for the time being. The aesthetics in this is just gorgeous. The old town, the roughness, the everything.
Give us a minute, all right?
What the?
There's not a lot of options. There's the short way or the long way.
So you can still hear everything they're saying anyway. I think she plays a really good Ellie. The reason I didn't realise it was Ellie at first, though, is because she looks slightly different to what I expected Ellie to look. The attitude, the persona, like the personality, like it's perfect.
So who's Bill and Frank? The radio's a smuggling code, right? 60s song, they don't have anything new. 70s, they got new stuff. What's 80s?
She's smart.
Your watch is broken.
He's like, oh no. I say that they are a very, very good Ellie and Joel.
I've never been on the other side of the wall. Look how dark it is. You guys go out there a lot?
I guess.
So we're gonna be okay.
Define okay.
So what's the deal with you anyway? You some kind of bigwig's daughter or something?
Not quite.
Something like that. Oh, the radio came on when you were sleeping.
What? What was the song?
They kept saying like wake me up before you go.
Wham!
Gotcha.
She lying.
80s means trouble. Code broken.
So I'm doing that as if I can look around. I have to admit that when I played the game, this bit was good, but it wasn't my favourite. It wasn't. I much preferred the later stages of the game where you're out in the open world, you're seeing the city, the big wide landscapes, and I hope that really translates well, and they managed to do at least some of it.
Holy
I find it's interesting that they've spent the majority of this episode here, but I know this is the build-up. Ah, they've even got... I was just thinking, I wonder if they've got the tunnel. Didn't want to say anything because I don't want to keep banging on about, it looks the same as the game. They've even got the tunnel that they go through. Oh, that is a great shot. You just see the light on the side of her face.
Hey, don't move!
Do something. Oh, it's him. It's the guy. Marty. Thank God it's him.
Get on your knees.
All right, what about 3/4?
Fine, everything off of this run.
What's she gonna do? No, Ellie, don't.
Risk my job for half off.
Ellie!
Oh, she's bad.
We can fix this.
I thought he was gonna be on his side because he helped him earlier. Oh, God, yeah. Yes! Come on, Joel. Okay, you can stop now. I know he's taken it out on him because of his daughter, but... Yeah, she was watching.
No, I'm not sick.
No!
I am not sick. Look. This is 3 weeks old. Nobody lasts more than a day. Just as look at they old to you.
So this is how they work out that she's immune.
We gotta move, Joel!
This is the area that if you get caught in this area, I think, that they arrest you. Yeah, the contamination area. Just gonna go bang. She was right. I love this. Just that slow zoom shot to the radio was great. The city, look at that. Barely see it. Look at the building, the tilt building from the... They sound like him as well. I've got shivers from the sound effects of the clickers and the other monsters and that. That was beautiful. That was art. Being a huge lover of the game and seeing it brought to life. I say cinema, but you know what I mean. In TV form, in this form, and like visual form, being brought to life in real life, it just looks so good. They nailed every single thing from what I could tell anyway. They nailed everything that I was after being in the Last of Us TV show. I don't know how it's going to plan out when they actually go into the city itself. I saw the little bit at the end, and the shots of the city that you saw, the brief little bits of it, look so good. Like the bit earlier when we see the child coming towards, presumably the Fedra place. I can't remember which place it was, but when you see the child coming towards and you see all of the, the abandoned buildings and that kind of thing, all the rubble and that. That was great when you see the traffic light with all the ivy and moss or whatever it was up it. That looked stunning. Even the look of where they just were, that entire place, was very reminiscent of the games. I remember there being something where you chase people through, you fight people in like a... And I'm sure it was Fedra that you fight, or it could have been the Fireflies that you fight. And there's like a lot of mazes and like chain link fences and cardboard walls and stuff. So I don't know if that was at this point of the story or if that's later in the story, but bravo, just absolutely phenomenal. Also, please let me know if I was wrong, but you know the bit where Ellie says her name is Veronica? Was that the same as in the game? I don't remember that being in the game. The arm thing on Ellie was absolutely perfect. I wasn't sure because I know you saw like a leg injury, or what I presumed was a leg injury, back when she was a child. If that was indeed Ellie, I'm assuming it was, because there was no other context, there was no other child that they were showing, so presuming that was Ellie. For the first part, and I don't know what's going to happen in the subsequent parts, and kind of where they're going to go with the series and how far they're going to go with this series. Is there going to be a season 2 as well? And is season 2 going to be delving into more of The Last of Us 1? Or is that going to immediately just pull straight into Last of Us 2? I really hope there's going to be quite a few episodes of at least season 1 that's going to go into a lot of The Last of Us 1, and hopefully they do The Last of Us 1 for quite a while, because that was my favourite game out of the two. I just loved Joel and Ellie's sort of bonding and the way they were with each other. Their almost relationship with each other as like a father and a daughter was just so good in the game, and I really hope that comes across well. So far it's come across very well in the fact that at the beginning they were a bit sort of bickery with each other, and they weren't seeing eye to eye. Joel was more, oh god, I've got to babysit this girl to try and get her to this place. I remember that, but I don't remember when that changes. I don't remember when it then becomes more of like a father-daughter kind of partnership. One of the details they got right, which blew me away, because I didn't realise that they would have done it so well, or at least from memory, so well to the game, was the watch that Joel wears. The damage to the watch was, from what I remember, identical to the game, or pretty much identical. But I'm going to look into some of the info for it. I don't normally do this with the TV shows that I watch, but just for this specific one episode, just so I know about the series in general, I want to find out a little bit of info just to kind of get the feeling of things. And also, I want to find out if they do include, maybe I've seen them already, if they do include some of the actors, you know, the voice actors that were in the game, and if there's any other information I can find out about it. I am going to be watching the rest of the series as well, just so you know, so feel free to subscribe if you like this kind of thing. And you can check out the full reaction to this as well over on my Patreon account. So I'm going to try to be watching them as much as possible when they come out, and then get them out to you guys as soon as. Whether I'll get them out, you know, within a day or two of it, I don't know, because it does take a little while to edit, but I will try my best to get it out ASAP for you guys. Oh! So, the actress who played Marlene is the actress who played Marlene in the games. Mel Dandridge? I did not know that. Massive apologies. Oh my god, I love this. I absolutely love this bit of information. Gustavo Santaolalla, the music composer for video games The Last of Us and The Last of Us Part 2, was brought back to compose the series soundtrack. Yes! That is why the music is the same. I just didn't know if they maybe reused bits and rehashed bits together and got someone new to do the music, but I am so glad that it's the same music composer, and we're going to get the same kind of feeling from it. Yes! Oh, the woman who plays Ellie in the games, Ashley Johnson, will play a new character, Anna, in the series. So we're going to get to see Ellie in person playing a character in this world. That is going to be amazing. It's going to be really weird for her though, physically being in the, instead of her being in like a studio with like dots and lines all over her in a bodysuit, she's going to be in the physical world of The Last of Us, or more, if that makes sense, like more in that world. There's probably still going to be green screens and stuff around her, but the majority of it is going to be in like a real universe of it, with characters that she has played alongside, but as a different character. It's going to be so strange for her. Maybe she's going to play like her mum or something. I kind of hope she's going to play her mum, because that would make sense. Well, she's got the same surname as Ellie, because Ellie's name is Ellie Williams, and she plays Anna Williams in possibly flashbacks. Do you know what? After searching up pictures of Ashley Johnson and seeing her more and more, and there's a picture here, which obviously, having not seen the trailer, I haven't seen yet. There's a picture of her here, presuming it's her anyway. This is what people have said, that it's her holding Ellie, but as a baby. And she looks almost identical to the actress who plays Ellie. And also, this, I am so happy they've done this. Troy Baker, who played Joel Miller in both games, will play James, a secondary character that was in the original game that is a member of the Survivor group. Whether that's correct or not, I don't know. Apparently the girl who plays Ellie is called Bella Ramsey, so I'm really sorry that I didn't know that before. And I was right, Joel Miller is played by Pedro Pascal. Just to be more, you know, perfect on who is definitely going to be returning to the show, at least that we know of. We've got Troy Baker returning as James. Ashley Johnson is returning, but this time as Anna instead. Jeffrey Pierce who played Tommy in The Last of Us, is back as well. He plays Rebel Perry. So there was never a Perry before, and he's now going to be playing another character called Perry. It was like Merle Dandridge. I can't believe I missed who she was from the original, obviously playing Marlene. So here's the thing as to episode count, most probably anyway. The most episodes that anyone is in, which appears to be Tommy, Joel and Ellie, or Bella, Pedro and Gabriel, are all going to be in 9 episodes, and that is the max that anybody is in from this cast. So presumably then there is going to be 9 episodes. So presumably then there's going to be 9 episodes of this first series. Again, having not seen any information about this, maybe there's going to be more. Just wondering about, the Always Sunny guy that I said, Rob McElhenney. Is he in The Last of Us? Maybe it was another guy that looked just like him, but he really did look like him. Yeah, his IMDb doesn't say anything about The Last of Us, so it was obviously some other guy that looked kind of like him, or to me looked like him. Okay, I'm going to make this one of the last things that I say, and this is a bit of a spoiler, so if you don't want to hear this, then please click away now. Apparently, The Last of Us series on HBO won't include the spores from the games, which is a very interesting take, because the spores are part of the big integral storyline. From what I remember, aren't the spores how one of the characters, I don't remember it's in part 1 or part 2, but one of the characters finds out that Ellie is immune by her not having to wear the mask. How is that then going to impact when they go into certain places that were more dangerous? Are they going to change it up? It says here that they've been replaced by something, so I'm just looking through now as to what they're going to be replaced with. Right, okay, so there's still going to be a representative element there that is going to have the same storytelling device that makes them, integral to the story itself. But it's not going to be the spores, it's going to be tendrils. So apparently they're going to be replaced with the idea of tendrils, an interconnected network similar to how the actual fungi operates. How is that going to work though? It's not going to have the same thing where you go into a room and think, oh, I've got to wear the mask. It's probably going to be fine. Spores apparently did not align with this vision that Druckmann and the team had for the series itself, but they expressed that it was in service of making the world more believable and the virus even more frightening. The changes of the Last of Us narrative were made by the video game creators, which might put fans' minds at ease in knowing that the decision was not made lightly. Well, I'm glad it was made by them and not, other people like higher ups saying, no, you've got to get rid of that. That's too much effort to, put that amount of CG into the air and blah, blah, blah. So I'm kind of glad it was them. They won't let it affect the storyline, I know they won't. But at the same time, it was kind of an integral part of like a major plot point at one point with the whole Ellie thing and people finding out that she's immune through her not wearing a mask. So I don't know how that's going to be put onto screen. Okay, so this bit of information here is by one of the creators of the show. The game had spores in the air and people had to wear gas masks, and we decided early on that we didn't want to do that for the show. Eventually, those conversations led us to these tendrils, and then just thinking about how there's a passage that happens from one infected to another, and like fungus does, it could become a network that is interconnected. Obviously there is more to this, but I'm not going to expand on it too much more. I'm just going to let you guys find out for yourself. Information might change over time, and that's just easier leaving it as it is, and then we can find out more as the series goes on and as more information comes out. Yeah, but there's plenty of information out there. For me personally, these people have kind of said it correctly. One person said that removing the spores has removed one of the most interesting part of Ellie's character. Yeah, one of the interesting parts of her character. It says here that the fact that she has to lie by wearing a mask to hide her immunity was a big part of that. I feel like the only reason behind the change is because they didn't want to hide the actors' faces, which I can see as to be one of the reasons. It's, to not have to hide the actors' faces, and so that they don't have to, spend out so much on the effect of putting the spores into the air and not having to shoot things a certain way, and it just makes things a lot freer in general for the filmmaking style. I know that a lot of it's going to be probably green screened buildings and stuff in places anyway, and it's probably easy for them to put the spores into the air, but it just saves that work. And if they're going to do this other version of it instead with the tendrils, then let's hope it works. Then this other person has also said that yeah, the spores are pretty integral to her storyline, which again I agree with. They are very integral to the story. But if these other things do work for the story instead, then let's hope for the best. Hopefully they know what they're doing. Oh, so I don't know how this stood with the other actors that were in this, but apparently the girl who played Ellie, Bella Ramsey, was told to not play the game before she acted in it. Well, thank God she didn't play it, way back in 2013, I want to say it was made originally. Then, yeah, because otherwise she would have known it. Obviously, they wanted her to play it, from a whole new perspective, completely fresh, without knowing kind of what Ellie does and the little things that Ellie does in the series, and just give this fresh take on it. But I think she did a damn good job at conveying certain things, like the little comedy things and the sarkiness, but also the caring and really good moments of acting in there, like the bit where she was almost on the verge of tears talking to Marlene at one point. Anyway guys, I think that's all I'm going to go into it for now. There's probably a lot more that I can look at with it, but over time I'm probably going to just delve into the info myself and seep in little bits and see if there's any other info I can find, and then possibly when I do episode 2 I'll elaborate on things a little bit more. But if not, then we'll just enjoy watching that episode together, and yeah, we'll watch this series together and have a little chat about it and see what you guys think as well. What did you think to this first episode? Do you think that they were very faithful to the original game? Do you think they were faithful to the characters, the way they portrayed the characters? I think personally Pedro Pascal was a damn good Joel. He was a little different to Joel from the video game, and so was Bella Ramsey as Ellie. But personally, I think they both did a stellar job at that. For the fact that this was a real life thing instead of a video game, I think they did phenomenally well. Like for instance, the beginning where you see the house burning at the side of the road and that. You see the town, the way it looked, and the city shot at the end and that. I personally think they looked pretty damn good. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to check out the full reactions to that, you can check it out over on the Patreon page. And yeah, I'm going to leave it there for today, and we'll see each other next time for the next video. And then obviously at some point soon we will be doing the second episode once that's released. Take care guys, stay safe, and I hope you have an amazing day, and try and stay safe out there. Don't get infected or anything, please. Have an amazing day. Take care. I love you guys. Bye-bye.